Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the ninth review in our 2018 Christmas sample series. Today, Luca will show you that we're going to smoke a big cigar, Hoyo Monterrey double Corona.
Yep.
Luca, do you have too many double Coronas?
Nope.
Do you have
I've never had any. This is my first one ever, and after lighting it, I was really wowed by it. The pre-light draw had just a nice sweet note. I couldn't put my finger on what flavour it was, but it had a bit of a sweetness to it. And it's I'm getting a bit of a spice on the retrohale, and kind of like a sweet hay and clovey kind of taste in there. It's really nice.
Yeah. In regards to double Coronas, folks, double Coronas I would consider the opposite of the Menudos or your short cigars, your pearls, in terms of strength. They all tend to be much milder. Even when they're younger, they're milder than their shorter cigar counterparts in the marker. So, let's compare, for example, Luca, you've had your share of, say, Hoyo Monterrey, Petit Robustos, or the Demers.
I've had several of the Petit Robustos and the Demer, small
Demitasse size.
That's very different though.
Very different.
The Demers, I got a lot of. I smoked for a box of those. For a lot of, I found dark chocolate in it.
Yeah,
the dark chocolate notes.
If you compared the Petit Robusto, which came out in 2004, and it was like the first of the Petit Robusto sizes came out. I think it's a 52 ring gauge by 110 in length, or somewhere in there, 1.5, somewhere around there. This is the ring gauge is very close. This is 49 by 194. Yeah. So this is thought of different to a Churchill. Churchill is 47 ring gauge by 178. This is 49 by 194. So it's 7.5 inches long, half an inch longer than a Churchill. And what I'm trying to say is the Petit Robusto to the double Corona is not much different in terms of ring gauge. What do you find different from the first third compared to the first third of the Petit Robustos you've had? Because you've had a few.
The Petit Robusto, from memory, it did have a bit of a sweet note on the first third. It started off really pleasant. I smoked through a box of 15 just cardboard box ones about 3 years ago. And it did have just a nice hay note in there from memory. My memory's a bit hazy, but that's what I got from it. I'm not sure.
Sure.
The same, but have you've smoked a fair few of them? Or
what if? No, not Petit Robustos. Maybe more Epicures. Twos. Definitely much more La Hoyos, which is a different comparison yet again, and we'll talk about that in this review. But we've both enjoyed Epicure 2s lately. We've split a box.
We split a box, yep.
So, okay, how would you compare it to, say, the Epicure 2?
I can still see that Hoyo DNA in there. Yep. The Epicure 2, keep in mind, it's my first one, and I haven't smoked through it all yet, but the Epi 2, it's more of a light coffee nut and a tiny bit of that hay note in there as well, not sweet, and it's got a bit of cream, a touch of cream. Not the intense cream that you get from an Especial, which I find is a really creamy cigar.
I do agree with that.
So yeah,
the Especials is very creamy.
Yeah, I think Rob says it's one of the creamiest out there. If you love cream flavours.
Yes, I'd agree with that. The last Especial I had was thankfully gifted to me by Richard Peters. Thank you very much. And that was only about a month ago, and I did find that creamy.
They're great.
Yeah, very good. But in comparison to the Epicure, I concur with everything you're saying. That you do with those your normal regular Hoyo de Monterrey cigars, I find they're more like a very light cocoa flavour.
Yeah.
If you get like a light coffee
flavour,
yeah, that's there. But I always found the Hoyo de Monterrey double Coronas to be more on the cedar side. sort of.
That's
the wood or the
that's
cedar.
what. Yeah, I forgot to mention. There's a bit of a cedar.
Yeah.
Cedar taste, cedar wood taste in here.
Yeah.
That's it. Thanks for reminding me.
You'll get some cream in them. But that spice, they're known for that sort of clove type spice on them. That's what they're known for. And I think on our forum, folks, the Hoyo de Monterrey Double Coronas are very popular. They do come in 50 cabs, so there is only, we did mention before in the review series, there's only 6 regular production cigars out there that come out in 50 cab.
EPQ2, Partagas Shorts, and this Double Corona.
This Hoyo de Monterrey, that's 3 Partagas Lusitanas.
Oh yeah, Lucy.
Ramona 1 is specially selected.
Oloranga Petit Coronas.
Petit Coronas.
Yep, I think
we might be missing. Yeah, we might be missing one, but it'll come to us. But the point I wanted to make was that they still come out in 50 cabs, and when they come up on the forum, especially 24 listings, they're very popular. They do go.
Oh yeah.
And they're known as a cigar that you can
decades.
Age. Yeah, you can age.
Rob says for decades.
They're good to age. So we're having this young. All the Christmas sample series cigars are 17, 18 cigars. So just keep that in mind, folks, when you smoke yours, that you're getting a young Hoyo de Monterrey Double Corona. If it doesn't connect with you, if you're not the type of person that connects with Hoyo de Monterrey as a marker, and look, for me personally, I do, because my palate preference is certainly on the sweeter side. So I do like, I actually do prefer the La Hoya, which we'll talk about more in the review later on, the La Hoya series. But this Double Corona, if you find them, cigars that have a bit of cedar or wood in when they're younger, they can be a bit on the bland side. So don't write this off in terms of blandness in comparison to the flavour that you get from the other cigars in the Christmas sample series. Don't do that. Just know that if that's what you get from your palate, give it time. Let it age. Let the cream build. You will find they become very, very good. That's my experience with them.
Yeah, I'd love to get my hands on a 50 cab, but they're proving to be harder and harder to get. Not to mention they disappear in 2 seconds.
They do go
on 24.
Absolutely.
They're hard to find. So that it's one. If I'm lucky one day, I'll definitely look at getting, because I'm loving the start of this one.
And again, I got to thank El Prez, because pretty much all of the cigars that we've smoked so far, construction wise, have been, apart from maybe one of them had a bit of a tight draw. Which one was it? I can't remember. There was one that was a bit tight.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But
wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the rest have been perfect.
None have been a write-off.
No. Great burn.
All of them
great ash. Yeah. Great draw. Very happy.
Yeah, very good.
So as per usual, we're going to smoke this down to somewhere around halfway. It'll take us a bit of time, but we'll come back and we'll discuss it further.
It'll take us 5 minutes maybe, or maybe John, but may take a bit longer.
See you then.
Bye.
We'll see you soon. So, folks, we're well into the second third there.
About 5 minutes smoking time. I'm just kidding.
A little bit longer. We actually had a 36-minute conversation there with Fuzz. It was good to catch up with him, but
on the phone.
Yeah, on the phone, on speakerphone. But what are your thoughts, my friend?
It's still going really nice. Getting a bit more spice on the retro ale on the nose. I don't know if you're picking up the same thing. And the strength is dialed up a notch, but it's still pretty. It's still on the mild, the right end of the mild side, if you know what I mean. It's not medium.
No.
Yeah, it's just gone up a bit. Yeah.
You're spot on about the spice on the retro ale. It's definitely there. Certainly that woody note.
Nice cedar woody note.
Yeah, certainly.
Still getting that nice note.
Absolutely.
There. Yeah. Beautiful. It's just, I've had to touch it up. It went out on me once. Just to give it a touch up, and we're back on the road now. So, yeah, really enjoying it. Really enjoying it.
Same here. I just wanted to just touch on something we mentioned at the beginning of the review. The Hoyo de Monterrey marker as a brand. Yeah, Hoyo de Monterrey as a brand, the marker in Spanish. On Cuban Cigar website, it talks about regular production. There's 13 there, but it's actually 11, folks, because the Dadu and the Dugamay hasn't been seen for ages, so it's actually 11. I think it's about 4 of them are the La Jolla line, which are very different to the other 7 that are around. And my theory, I think the double Corona, in terms of Hoyo de Monterrey, stands on its own as a slightly different cigar smoking experience to the other.
It's a bit of a branch off the
I feel that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so just be mindful of that if you're not familiar with Hoyo de Monterrey. If you're smoking this for the first time and you're not familiar with Hoyo de Monterrey, that don't class the Hoyo de Monterrey from this one smoke.
Definitely,
it's different.
Yeah, exactly. It's very different to the other ones in their line with the flavour delivery there. Very very enjoyable smoke. I can see why Rob's saying it could age for a long time. It's got potential there.
Yeah.
Especially for those flavours to age a bit more together. So, yeah.
And I think you know that. I guess you'd know that from the cigars that are available in 50 cabs. They're the cigars that you're gonna leave for a long time because there's 50 of them. That's a lot of cigars to get through. You're not going to get through them in a year or whatever. They're meant to.
Well, it depends how much you smoke.
If you're like our friend Jason, who had a Romano Line especially selected kick a few years ago, we mentioned that in the review. He would have got a 50 cab ages ago and gone through them quickly. That could be your thing, but if you look at the double Coronas, for example, the Partagas Lusitanas and the Hoyo de Monterrey double Coronas, and guess what? Good news, folks. Just recently on the forum, Punch Double Corona 2017, Punch Double Corona and Punch 50 cabs deleted, but Rob is getting him through the Punch Double Corona 50 cabs. That is very exciting news. So
unbelievable.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's look at double Coronas, Partagas Lusitanas, Hoyo de Monterrey double Coronas. I had a mind blank there. Monolinus Gigantes and what's the last one? I'm trying to think. The Punch Double Corona now.
Yeah.
So 3 of those. Now that the Punch Double Coronas come back in 50 cabs, you can get them in 50 cabs. Only the Romano-Linus Gigantes is only available in 25 cab dress box. These are also available in a 25 cab dress box if you so wish, but you can also get them in a 50 cab. So these double Coronas are there to rest long term. They're milder, they're milder in nature to start off with, but all of those 4 come into their own with long term aging, and that's what I think they're meant for. If you're into double Coronas, because thing, Luca, is my opinion. Double Coronas are there to. They're not an everyday smoke, so they're there unless you're someone like what a legend, the great David Tang, who's passed away recently. Punch Double Corona was his favourite smoke, and that was his go-to smoke. But the rest of us mere mortals are not going to be having Hoyo de Monterrey double Coronas or Partagas Lusitanas or Punch Double Coronas or Romano Linus Gigantes every day. So they're there to have every now and then, and I think this is this type of cigar. Yes, it's a year old. It's in the Christmas sample series. Enjoy it, 12-month-old, but keep that in the back of your mind.
It's got potential.
Yeah.
A lot of potential.
Yeah, it's that one cigar that you really want to rest and see if the cream builds in it.
Yeah, I reckon you're right with that. I reckon a bit of age would bring the cream out more. You get a tiny bit of it, but it's not as pronounced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
But I rate my and the burn's been pretty razor sharp, and I've also noticed pretty well constructed. I'm not getting too much of a heat too much heat around the cherry, so the smoke's burning very cool. So very happy I tried this for the first time. So it's a great cigar. Thank you.
For me personally, in regards to double Coronas, I think this is the one that I've had the least. Not because I don't like it, I just haven't had the opportunity. So I've enjoyed Gigantes, probably Lusitania's the most, probably my favourite. And I think if we said on the forum,
I think
what's your favourite? Yeah,
love them. Yeah,
something about Lusitania's. Maybe Luca. It's because, and we're going back a long way. Lusitania's were a 109, and 109s are those tapered heads. And they're special cigars. So
that's like the Bushido.
Yep, and the Serbian Slava a few years ago.
Yeah, and there's a new one coming out.
Is it?
It's the 109. I forgot what it was, but
we'll have to look it up once we go into the last
I'm pretty sure there's a new. I think it might be a regional edition.
Yeah.
That's coming out in that format.
Yeah. So this Partagas Lusitanias was available in 109. Numero 109 format till 1976. So it was always known as better, Numero 109 has a tradition for being a more upmarket cigar.
Special in terms of quality and
for me personally, I've had more Lusitanias, more Gigantes, more less punch double Coronas, less Hoyo de Monterrey double Coronas. I'd find if you want to compare the double Coronas, I would find that the punch double Corona is more on the woody side out of all of them.
Yep.
That's been my experience. But this Hoyo de Monterrey double Corona, if you are looking for, in comparison, an Epicure number 1 or Epicure number 2, if you want to compare it to that, if that's more of your everyday cigar, or it's what you more commonly smoke, and you're getting more cocoa out of it, you're not going to get this so much out of this cigar.
No, definitely not. Not picking up any of those notes, but I'm keen to see if you guys have smoked any of these aged and how they've been, especially around the 10-year mark. That would be really interesting to know about in terms of how the flavour is at that point. So the ones that you've smoked have been pretty young.
In regards to Hoyo de Monterrey?
Hoyo,
absolutely.
Okay.
Way younger. Definitely. I don't think I've ever had one that's been older than 3 or 4 or 5 years. There's no way. I've had them all younger through various means, whether they've been gifted to me or I've had them in certain sample packs or here and there. So if you've had them older, feel free when we put up the forum, put your thoughts and let us know. But from what I've understood, they do come into their own as they get older. Anyway, we're going to leave it there, and we're going to come into the last third and offer our conclusions. So we're into the last third. Luca, what do you reckon, mate?
Really good. Same flavours, very consistent. But to light it again because it went out. But after doing that, the burn still razor sharp. Still a lot of really strong cedar wood flavours.
Yeah.
And the spice is even more now. The strength has stayed the same, hasn't picked up. That's how it's been for me. What about yourself?
Oh, exactly the same. Certainly the spice of the woods there in the last third, and
you haven't touched yours up, have you?
I've not touched up mine once, and we're going to talk about that. We're about 85 minutes into the cigar, so we're going to go about 2 hours to finish it off, but we're into the last third. But
it's been around an hour and a half now smoking this.
Again, no problem smoking it, but one thing that I guess we got right on lighting up the cigar is we're both using jet lighters, where they have very much a minor start. That's the only thing. You might have issues with starting. You've got yours, but mine will come. It is.
There you go. Yeah.
But you can really be
precise,
a little bit precise with your lighting, but more importantly, the way we cut the cigars today. have a look at this cigar cutter. I am not a representative for Zycar or anything like that, but I was fortunate enough to grab that last year. I'll get Luca to hold it. So that's the Zycar XO cutter, and that is the best straight cutter I've ever experienced.
Yeah, it's super sharp.
Super sharp.
It's,
so fantastic.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it was it was sharper than my. I've got a Zycar here at the moment as well, and this one's been cutting for really well. I've had it for probably 4 or 5 years now. But that one, and sometimes it does tear some cigars, but this was almost like a laser cutter. It did an
incredible cutter, and it uses springs on both sides, so you can't get the cut wrong at all.
Yeah,
it just gets a perfect
even
cut, even pressure cut.
So.
And I absolutely love it. I don't use it all the time if they're small cigars, or I'm happy. Believe it or not, one of my favourite cutters is a single straight cutter that Fuzz gifted me when he went to Cuba. It's like $1 or $2. Habanos SA type straight cutter, and I just use that, and I just think it's fantastic. Sometimes when I want to have a quick little menudo, I use that, but when I have a bigger cigar, I want to get it right. I pull out that Zycar XO cutter, and it just does a great job on the end of the on the head.
Yeah. So. Yeah, but overall, I'm really happy with this. Did the cedar pick up for you more? Because I think it did. It got even stronger. And the vanilla, it's kind of hard to pick now. Not getting much vanilla, but...
We might have had a little bit of sweetness at the beginning.
There's a bit of sweetness,
yeah. Definitely
but that's gone now.
No.
It's just nice spice and nice cedar wood flavours.
Yeah.
Which is, something I really like. Flavours that I really like. Imagine lining it with a cedar spill to start. That would be overload.
I wonder how many of you light up with a cedar spill. I don't think there'd be too many. That is a very traditional way.
I do sometimes.
Do you? What's the difference?
Just a blast of cedar to start. But I've done it with, and I recommend to anyone who wants to try it. Like, pick a cigar you've smoked heaps of times, and that the flavour from the from back to front, and that you've lit with a normal lighter, and just try with a cedar spill. When I finish a box, I just got several sheets of cedar, and I just break one off and use it, and then just try and light one with a cedar spill. It's very different. It's a different experience. Yeah, give it a try. Might enhance it, might not do much for you, but it's definitely something to try. Not on a windy day, but yeah.
No, do you find it a little bit harder to get an even light with a cedar spill? Just curious. I've only done it once or twice, so definitely.
You've got to play with it. You've got to dance with it a bit, so to speak, because you got to follow the flame and try and get it lighting up the right part. But no, on a calm day, I don't have any issues with it. But make sure you break a small bit off if you've got a cedar sheet, or I've seen you can buy those cedar spills that are already pre-cut. They're
fairly long, aren't they?
Yeah, they're over 7 inches long.
7 that's fairly long.
So it's designed so you can toast and then light the cigar fully. So yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to the next review in the 2018 Christmas sample series. We've only got 3 to go, which are the
Cohiba Robusto,
the San Cristobal La Fuerza, and I think one of the things we're going to talk about is how they're different to the San Cristobal Principe. I think that's the main thing that we want to talk about.
Yep.
And
the Partagas EL.
Yeah, the limited edition 2017, which Rob has been mentioning on 24 listings, is like a Partagas E2 meeting a Monte Cristo number 2. We're going to talk about what that actually means when we smoke it. I'm going to look forward to bringing that with you soon. But thank you for today, and until next time, happy smoking.